acres and acres.
Marvin Jean Cole.
And
He's talking about the art. What is it? We're going on
put me
Facebook.
on camera, man, because I'm not allowed to talk about this.
Oh well, all right. This ain't Gene. This is just some random guy. I won't put you on.
No, take me off the camera.
All right, I'll take it off. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, he fucking takes me to all these places, and I find out that there's microscopic specks on the ground that are fucking meteorites.
Meteorites?
They're meteorites.
What's
They're different.
that?
Meteorites are different from meteors or comets.
Were they baby microscopic?
They're like a granule. They're 2 times the potency of a fucking.
But tinier.
But tinier. They'll make a whole city glow, just one little speck. Anyways,
They go black. What do you mean?
that's what.
All the technology.
Yeah, that's what it
white?
was. When one hits, it mutates. When it gets in your system, like if you have cum cells, you know what I mean, that's in your sac, it goes into those cum cells. Your egg cells, when they go in together, it glows. You know what I mean? And that's where you get off-brand, babies or off-brand, breeds.
What is an off-brand baby?
It's just
You know what he's trying to say, like
I really don't.
deformed.
Well,
Oh, deformed?
it doesn't mean it's going to come out with fucked up kidneys or fucked
Maybe
up
they'll
brain
come out
or
smart.
I got a hand sticking out. But deformed means it's not normal. You know what I mean? It's a breed off to itself because it was mutated. You know what I mean? Through that. That's what I mean by it.
No, it's one
It doesn't mean anything's wrong with it. It's just off to itself. Anyways,
And the signals from the meteor is what's doing that. Is that what you said?
right. Well, some of them are magnetic, some of them aren't. Some of them are gassy, and it throws out a blast.
They're
You know
all
what I mean?
over, white ones, black, all over the place. I'm listening.
And some of them are just like a magneto. You know what I mean? It
Oh,
shoots.
in that room.
It
on the
shoots
floor.
electrical
See what that one is.
impulses out. You know what I mean?
He knows what he's talking about, Blake, because I've some of the stuff that he talks about, I've researched it. And that's, some of it.
It'll fuck your goddamn day up, dude. That's what happened. So I wrote down not that he's doing anything wrong. It's at the time that he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And if they thought he was, they thought he was screwing the fucker, or one of them on his farm was screwing them fuckers. They was bestiality.
Cows?
Yeah.
So they thought he was screwing the cows, and here it was a meteor.
They were abnormal, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, because the cows came out deformed looking.
They were bitching about his beat.
Oh, they come out with like human heads or something?
Well, he was, his meat wasn't adequate to AFDC regulations.
FDA?
Yeah, and that's what got him inspected.
Really?
And he couldn't figure it out. He was like,
And it was-
no.
So it was a meteor that was fucking everything up.
Same thing as
His meat and his cows was fucked up from the meteor.
Right. And they were coming out deformed. So it had
Wow.
So you know how long it's been.
Is that how they got that mad cow disease and shit, or what?
Yeah. Because you're not right in the head, and you won't clean.
So that's
right.
what it came from. Is a meteor.
Yeah, your blindness is bad. You can't see right. You're not thinking right. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why you don't eat meat?
Yeah.
That's why?
Dude,
Because you said you're not a big meat eater and stuff, and I wondered why.
No, well, here. I know you don't believe me, and I know you're not going to. Grab a hold of that rib right there. Reach right in there and grab a hold of that fucker. See?
Why is that deformed like that?
That's not
like
deformed.
a big knot right there.
That's not form. A doctor made that.
It's a big knot.
My whole skeleton's the same way. My doctor made it. My skull, everything. I wouldn't bullshit you when I fell out of a helicopter and shattered it.
Damn.
I couldn't walk.
It's like a big knot on your rib there, dude, like it broke or something.
They found my skull split right down here like this.
Yeah.
And just laying there in my skin. I put a.
Well, Gene, let's go on YouTube and tell another story. We'll put another video of you on there. You gotta get some videos of you on there, Gene.
He said nope.
Gene, tell one that you're allowed to tell, and let's go on YouTube. Come on now. You already got 2 of them on there.
No, I'm not advertising that.
Why not?
I'm not advertising Nick. It's me.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, you've been out of the military for years, Gene. You're allowed to talk about this kind of stuff now. Huh?
I ain't out of the military yet.
Oh, you ain't out yet?
No.
Yeah, but you're 52, 54? You're supposed to be way out.
69, 70. '82. I've been in the military since '82.
Damn, son, you got some years on.
Diggy on the phone there.
Diggy in love with April Diaz, ain't he?
Well, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. It's another story from old Gene here, Uncle Gene. When he was in the military and stuff. That one was about, he said you were deployed to a farm or whatever, about the meat. You had to go check it out. So.
You were doing it anyway. You were doing it anyway.
Gotcha, man. So people like to hear about stuff that you're not supposed to hear about, you know? No, gee, you can't get in trouble. YouTube, man. YouTube will protect you from the military, Gene.
Gene, all you gotta do is just fire off on him, son. Wear him out.
He'll wear you out, Blackie Blue. Got the sicko Thor on him. Thor, the loving rat robber. Yeah, this is gonna go on YouTube. I got some other videos of him on there, but yeah, people like listening to stories about stuff like that. Aliens and stuff. For instance, let's talk about aliens real quick. Yeah, change subject up a little bit. I mean, that's kind of about aliens, I guess, meteors, and signals and stuff, whatever. But everybody's had some kind of encounter or sighting or something, with aliens. You've never seen nothing. So Blake, you've never seen any kind of unidentified flying object in the sky that you could not, for nothing, figure out what it was. Never. You never seen nothing flying in the sky real fast, faster than anything that, the military has or whatever. Well, I honestly have. Flying over my dad's house in Willard, Ohio. Huh? You've never seen nothing, never. Yeah, you have. Giga, have you ever seen any kind of unidentified flying object, any kind of alien, spacecraft?
Seen anything flying.
You've
But
never
I do
seen
believe in
any.
aliens because of Ancient Aliens and all the History Channel shows, all the documentaries.
So that's the only reason you believe. But you've never seen something flying in the sky
I
real
believe
fast,
I
or
believe in it because of how that they're one side of the road and pyramids they got sculptures of aliens, and then on the other side of the road pyramids they got sculptures of aliens. You know what I mean? And this is
yep.
way before time.
Same thing with dragons, mermaids.
There's too many.
Yep, there's too much evidence,
Yeah.
and it's thousands of years old on two different parts of the world when the wheel wasn't even invented yet, let alone
You see how the government
ships big enough to go overseas.
The government's starting to release the documents that they've had secretly put away for all this time.
JFK tried to do that.
Yeah, they've already been releasing them. They're already on the internet.
Anyways, I did see one. It was humongous. It was shaped like a big triangle, and it had a little square. It was shaped kind of like this, as a big triangle, and it had little squares notched out on the back like that, all the way. But this thing would, kind of resemble a stealth bomber, okay? But this thing was massive. I mean, literally, as far as I could see to the left, I was on Washington Street in Willard, as far as I could see to the left, okay, which would have been west. As far as I could see to the east, I could just barely see the tips of this thing's, what you would call the wings or whatever. It was just like a big triangle, and it was kind of like a sculptured granite or marble, or it was a weird material that it was made out of, the bottom of this thing, and it was moving about 5 miles per hour, and it was probably about the size of Willard is how big it was. Massive, humongous, and it was going about 5 miles an hour, and it was, if I could get on the tallest tree that was in Willard, I could probably jump off of it and touch this thing, is how low it was flying to the ground. It was I can't remember, it was 3 something in the morning, and I smoked cigarettes at the time. I walked out to smoke a cigarette, and I seen this thing, and I'll never forget it. I was probably like 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there, but I'll never forget. I tried to wake my dad up. I tried to get on top of the roof of the house to keep looking at it. At that time I didn't have a nice cell phone or nothing I could record it with or anything. But there was one other person with me, my girlfriend at the time. So she was witness. I even asked her, like, look, is this a dream? Like, is this real? Is this really happening? Look up. Do you see this thing, or is this just me? She said, Terry, I see this thing. This is real. This is crazy. So, but was just insane. Blew my mind. You know, to this day, I still think back and I'm like, was that like a dream or something? Like, it's crazy. Nothing we would have on Earth that, you know, we could make that size. Now I forgot to mention, not one light on the bottom of this thing. No lights nowhere. No propellers, no blades keeping it, you know, floating up in the sky there. Nothing at all. You know, so some kind of anti-gravity stuff that they had, I don't know. But, you know, as big as that thing was, there'd have to be jets all across the whole bottom of this thing to keep it, you know, lifted up in the air, maybe 100 feet, 120, somewhere around there in the sky. It's heading north, directly north of Willard, headed towards like, you know, Holiday Lakes, towards the lakes, towards Lake Erie and stuff. Not sure where it was going. I'd love to find out, but man, and it, you know, it was quite some time ago. It was probably 15, 16, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, somewhere around there. But yeah. So that was my encounter that I had, and that was the only one I've ever had. I've thought I've seen some stuff flying in the sky before, but you never know. I mean, but that one there for sure. I know there's nothing on Earth that size. I mean, this thing was literally a couple miles wide. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Wasn't on drugs or nothing like that. Wasn't drinking. I drank I drank earlier that night, and we went in there and laid down, went to bed, got up, went out to smoke a cigarette, sober, you know, sobered up, and seen that thing, and it was insane. I was smoking a cigarette, you know, I'm just smoking the cigarette, and I look up a little bit, and I see this thing, and I'm like, what the is this, you know? But, well, okay, don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. New to YouTube fairly, so just whatever.